Today I'm going to do a brief explanation of the differences between IFSPs, IEPs, and 504 plans. I did make this little Venn diagram that I will attach to this video. So an IFSP is an individualized family service plan. This is a process and a document. It is a document that lays out supports and services for a child who has a diagnosed delay who is under the age of 3 years old. This is covered under the IDEA Act, which is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. This can go with physical, communication, cognitive, or social emotional skills where the child might need more support. There is a team for an IFSP just like an IEP or a 504. This includes the parents, who need to be directly involved with their child's support since they are so young, any other family members that they might want, an advocate from outside the family, or professionals directly involved in assessments, as well as specialists such as doctors, therapists, healthcare providers, or social workers. The IFSP does need to be reviewed every 6 months instead of annually because the children are so young and they are developing and changing so quickly. IEPs need to be renewed and evaluated every year, just like a 504, but this one is a little bit shorter. An IEP stands for Individualized Education Plan. So this is to lay out special education instruction and supports as opposed to a 504, which is geared towards children with disabilities. This is for pre-K through 12 public education, and it is also covered by the IDEA Act. This also includes charter schools, public education and charter schools, while private schools are actually exempt and do not have to provide IEPs. All public education does if deemed necessary. There are 13 conditions that are covered under the IDEA Act, at least 13 conditions, which include learning disabilities like dyslexia or speech delays. These children need to be over the age of 3, and they need services to thrive in school if they're eligible for an IEP. Now, these teams are very specific, and they're made up of the parents, a gen ed teacher, and a special education teacher, as well as pathologists, psychologists, or occupational therapists. Anybody else who is deemed necessary, but it does have to be a general education and a special education teacher. These are reviewed annually and updated annually. A 504 plan is slightly different than an IEP. All of these plans are designed to help children succeed in school. They are there to help provide support when necessary. But a 504 is a blueprint that helps the school remove barriers that might cause a child with a disability to struggle. And this actually is part of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. And this is a civil rights law that was designed to stop discrimination against people with disabilities. There are 2 requirements to receive a 504. The child can have any disability, and it covers a wide range, but it must interfere with the child's ability to learn in a general education setting. And the 504 team is a little bit more laid back than an IEP team. That can be a child's parent or caregiver, a general education teacher, or special education teacher, even the principal. And unlike the IEP or the IFSP, a 504 plan does not necessarily have to be a document. It can just be a plan where the other 2 are legally binding documents. An 504 plan also does not have to be updated as often as an IEP or an IFSP. It can go up to 3 years without being updated, but it does typically get reviewed annually. I hope this helps explain the difference between these very important plans, and I will attach my references to this video. Thank you. Bye.